The sky was grey. A thin drizzle painted the tombstones with glistening drops. The cemetery, located on the edge of a small rural town, had never seen a crowd like this. There was barely space to walk. Some stood with heads bowed, some held a single red carnation, and many silently wept. On the wooden coffin placed near a tree lay a single note written in faded ink. She lived quietly, but changed lives louder than most. Nobody spoke, but everyone wondered the same thing. Who was Deolira? And why were so many people here for her? Flashback: Deolira's life. When Deolira passed away at the age of 84, her official documents were simple. Next of kin, none. Marital status, never married. Known relatives, none. She had no surviving family. She never married. She had no children. Neighbours described her as quiet, solitary, and strangely private. She lived in an old wooden house on the outskirts of town. She never had visitors. She went to the market at dawn when no one was there. She didn't own a television, never used a cell phone. But once a week, she would walk to the post office, leave a small envelope, and disappear again. Each envelope bore the same message: give this to someone who needs it. No one knew what was inside. No one questioned it. Until now. Her death and a strange discovery. A young municipal worker named Joseph was assigned to handle the burial arrangements. It was supposed to be routine, just another lonely death. But while organising her personal effects, Joseph found something unusual. A worn-out notebook sat on her kitchen table. Dozens of names were listed. Next to each name, an address, a date, and 3 words written in careful, deliberate script. Debt repaid, quietly. And taped to the back cover of the notebook: if you're reading this, it means I'm gone. Please invite them. The names in the notebook. Joseph was skeptical at first, but he started calling the names. First name, Lara Kessler, a retired schoolteacher. Years ago, her life savings vanished, stolen just weeks before her heart surgery. She'd given up hope, until one morning she found an envelope under her door. Inside, the exact amount she needed. No note, no name. She'd told no one. Second name, Carlos Benitez, a former soldier. He had lived on the streets for over a year. One winter night, he awoke to find a warm blanket tucked around him and a key in his hand. The key opened a small, heated cabin. Inside, food, clothing, and a note that simply read, "Stay until you're ready." Every name, every entry, was a life touched by Deolira, in complete silence. Invitation sent. Joseph sent out letters. Deolira is gone. If she ever helped you, you're invited to her funeral. No photos, no eulogies, no promises, just a date, a time, and a location. Cemetery, present day. 431 people came. Some flew across the country, some drove overnight, some walked. No one really knew her. No one had her photo. Some never even saw her face. But every single person had a story, a moment when life had turned because of her. Emma's revelation. Among the crowd stood a young woman named Emma. She looked about 21, holding the same old notebook Joseph had found. She walked to the coffin and gently placed the notebook on top. Then she spoke. "My name is Emma. I was 3 when Deolira found me near the dumpsters behind the market. She never told anyone, never called the police. She just took me home. She raised me, fed me, taught me how to read, but never told anyone I existed. She used to say, 'You don't need to be known to do good, you just need to feel it.'" Emma revealed that Deolira had left her with one final request: keep the giving going. She planned to turn the notebook into a foundation. Each person on that list would become a seed for more kindness. The police investigation. Out of curiosity, the town police started reviewing Deolira's financial records. Her income was minimal. She hadn't worked in decades. She didn't collect a pension. She owned no valuable property. Yet, every year for nearly 40 years, she had given away nearly $60,000. Where had it come from? The locked trunk in her bedroom. While Emma sorted through her things, she found an old metal trunk under the bed. Inside, handwritten letters, torn bank slips, a small wooden box, and another notebook. On the cover, life debts. Inside was a story, a confession, and a mystery. The origin story. In the 1950s, Deolira had worked at a small-town bank as a teller. One day, a desperate man came in. He was shaking, couldn't pay his mortgage. His family had left. He was ready to give up. Deolira had quietly approved a personal loan against the bank's rules. "I'm not supposed to do this," she had told him, "but I believe you'll make it." The man wept. "If I live to see another day, I'll return the favor, I promise." He disappeared. A few months later, Deolira received a letter. "You saved me, I survived, and now I will give. Every year, I'll send you what I can. Do with it what you must. Help someone, like you helped me." It continued for decades. Anonymous checks, year after year, never a name, never a return address. Final scene, Emma's message to the world. Emma sat in the old armchair where Deolira used to knit. A camera stood in front of her. You probably don't know her, but you should. She never posted online, never took photos, never asked for thanks. But 431 people showed up when she left. That's her legacy. If you ever helped someone and wondered if it mattered, it does. Even if no one sees, even if no one knows. The camera zoomed out. Outside the window, the house remained still. But for a moment, it felt like someone was still watching, like someone was still there. The end.